I just bought the cheapest AMG and probably the worst Mercedes in the entire country. This is a 2000 Mercedes SLK compressor. That stands for supercharger. But that's not what's important. What's important is what I'm going to do to this car. Now you're rightfully going to tell me that this isn't a real AMG because actually it's not. They didn't make an AMG in the year 2000. This is the R170 and they made the AMG in the subsequent R171. But that's okay because I got plans for this car. But let me tell you a little bit about this car first. This car has got a 2.3 liter compressor with a K. When this car was new, it was positioned against the BMW Z3, the Audi TT, and the Porsche Boxster. Maybe even the Honda S2000. We're gonna get to what I paid for this car in just a minute, but there's actually something really unique and special about it, and it's why I bought the car, so let's have a quick little history lesson on Mercedes. This car was first introduced at the Turin Auto Show in 1994, but it didn't have a top. That was the SLK1, but at the Paris Auto Show, also in 1994, Mercedes introduced the SLK2 with one very special feature, and that's this roof. They called it the Vario roof. And this is it. This is the first modern production car to feature a folding hardtop top. I got this car a couple days ago and I've gotten a little bit of footage from when I bought it and when I tried to start it.
Almost.
Give it a little gas.
I am.
Are you trying to rub it?
Yeah.
It's technically running.
So SLK stands for Sportlich, Leicht und Kurz, and that means lightweight, sporty, and short. So it's the formula that Mercedes put together to compete with BMW and Audi. This is a 2.3 liter compressor, as I mentioned earlier, and it puts out a whopping 185 horsepower. In the year 2000, wasn't actually a lot. This probably is not going to be staying in the car, if you know what I mean. At the beginning of the video I mentioned AMG, and I'm going to tell you why this is an AMG and why it's actually not. This has the Sport package on it, and the Sport package comes with, among other things, AMG wheels. And I'm not sure that I'm going to keep them because they are very, very nice. However, they're not wide enough, and I have plans for this car that involve something a little more performance-oriented than Mercedes ever had in mind when they made this thing. The Sport package is worth about $4,000. The base price in this car was around $41,000, so about a $45,000 plus car at the time. I didn't pay that much. In fact, I paid a lot less for this car. I paid $1,800 for this car, which is quite a bit below market, but as you can see, it's a little bit rough. The interior is not exactly pristine. There's kind of an issue here where the airbag used to be and the glass is now cracked. One of the coolest things is the manual transmission, of course, which is really the reason why I bought it. It's got this really sexy faux carbon fiber stuff here attached by a wood screw. That is class, ladies and gentlemen. That is the German ethos of design right there. Let's try the top. In 2000, Car and Driver had their annual top 10 cars list. It included things like the BMW Z3, the Porsche Boxster, and the Honda S2000. How do you think this car placed? It didn't come in number one. Well, in fact, it didn't even rate on the list. Apparently, Car and Driver didn't think this thing was so hot back in the day. I'm gonna fix all that. The build I'm gonna do is something that no one has ever done to an SLK before. I haven't seen it on YouTube, I haven't seen it anywhere. I guarantee some people are not gonna like this build and are gonna be a little bit upset by it because I'm probably not gonna keep everything completely German. There's one big problem though, and that is I have never built a car before. I just learned how to weld. I've done a couple engine rebuilds. So we got a little part of the piston here. I've done some work on my 240, but this is a huge project for me. This is a huge life project. And there's a second problem too. I want to do this on the cheap because I don't have a lot of money. So far I'm into this for 1,800 bucks. Guarantee you it's gonna be a budget build, but it's gonna be super fast. My goal is to make the most insane, most ridiculous, and most fun build of a Mercedes ever on YouTube. And that's kind of a challenge. And guess what? I'm up for it. I'll be honest, this is a huge project for me. This is a big risk. I have a full-time job and I'm gonna be cutting back on that a little bit to work on this car and bring you the most nutso build I can possibly do. My goal is to upload 2 and probably even 3 times a week. So I hope you are into this, and if you are, just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and hey, tell your friends as well too. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm gonna be revealing a little bit more about what I'm doing with this car.